Welcome everybody, I am Tyranuxus and we are playing multiplayer game with Rito, 6L10A template, and it will be day 5 now. Alright, so looking at Tavern, we have a problem with gold and we can see that Rito has a good amount of gold, his second one. AI starts with lots of money and they don't spend all of the gold, so Rito must have like at least 10,000 gold, I would say. That's always some information, so looking for hidden resources. Can't find any. Thinking how can I pick up everything. Maximize movement. And I can see that I'm able to pick up this real chest after using observatory. 2 times Dragontopia, bit of courage, orb of silt, and this Harm of Mana, which is for the seer. Of course, it's a zone, I don't know how can I go there. This is maybe some kind of teleporter. I have no idea, but later on we can use even D and jump for the toads, potentially. So there was some money for us. Common boat, yes, this is extremely important on maps without water. And there's nothing else to do with Kali, so he can be returning at this point. Alright. So now plan is just to make Cavaliers with Citadel potentially. This would be great. So as I said, Sir Moorish wants to get some experience and open the zone which is behind. They are called Diamond Golems. Yeah, with those amount of shooters, we are fine fighting that. I think I will hire gnolls because they are not that expensive and it will also let me lose other units, not losing pikemen. Of course, it will be perfect. I will have access to dragonflies because with them I could kite them easily. Golems will be even easier. But with this amount of shooters, I'm not even scared. Even 19, which will be maximum of pack, is good for me. It will be only more experience, nothing crazy. Of course, the quickest unit I will use to bite them is only Null, speed 4, but it's Sir Moorish and Nulls are speed 6. So I have speed advantage over Diamond Golems with every creature I have. That shouldn't be hard. Now making sure the first stack will go forward, while the others I want to lure down here. So the idea with how can I know where exactly they will move? So if you didn't know that, AI thinks in a way of how many turns do I need to reach a creature. So for the upper stack, now it's 2 diamond golems here. It was 2 turns to reach the pikeman, and the 1 stack of null was a lot farther, which means this will be 3 rounds for the upper golem to go and attack nulls. That way, he decided to of course go after pikemen because it was in 2 rounds for him, while the other stacks had the null reachable in 2 turns when pikeman was for them 3 turns away. So that way we can always outplay them if we have a speed advantage. It's not about luck then. Of course, sometimes when they have for example, choice to attack pikemen in 2 rounds or attack one serpent fly in 2 rounds, They might want to go after pikemen, and the bait with serpentfly will not work. But when there's a difference in the number of turns, so for example, they can reach serpentfly in 2 rounds because you don't want to let them reach this in 1 round because this will die, yes? And pikemen is 3 rounds away, they will always chase serpentfly. Some units, they will focus more than the others. So they like attacking shooters, attacking like pixies. Like there are some units which they love to attack more than to attack the other stacks. So now the Crusader is strong enough to deal with the 2 remaining golems, and this is the final. Lost 2 nulls, got better leadership. Alright. So now I think I will buy the rest of my nulls. I don't need this imp, but I will think I will take it for... I don't need to leave this null, yes, because every new hero will come with something which is at least speed 4. So nulls doesn't matter. They won't make me quicker. So scouting with Sir Mulish, maybe he can find something what he will be fighting in next turn. I can see a portal and I can see a hive. Also access to Fortress City, so this is where we can upgrade to River Monarch potentially later on. So it's a good scouting, but this zone is really small. Of course it can be larger, but the road which connects to the next zone is very, how this is called? Very short. So in like 1 day we can reach next zone. Also that makes us thinking about being prepared if from this teleporter will come like AI or even Rito. We should be thinking that way, that it can also make our life harder. Of course we scouted that, so we are fine now. I'm fighting the archers, if I'm not mistaken. I could use... yes, I think... I don't remember what I will do, but they are not upgraded. I have extra tactics. I think I will go with the best setting I can potentially have versus archers, because this is one of those fights where I can have some losses, and that means I need to reduce them. I need to reduce losses. I don't want to go around them, and also this 2 more duration for my spells would be very important. As our Tyranuxus are only 2 spell power, and we need a lot more duration. So this is losses for 40 archers, expected 20-25, but there is also ore. Didn't see that earlier. And now Tyraxor is trying to reach town, because there must be a conflict town, and conflict town is good to have. Of course, every town is good to have early in game, but conflict is even more value. I see a Griffin Conservatory, but you need to remember it's on grass terrain, so fighting with griffins will be harder. Alright, so all the rest will be just some kind of preparations. Valeska with Nulls Fund, he just did what he needed, and he will probably enter. Yeah, because if we need chain, the point is to reach the town with Tyraxor quickly, buy a hero in the conflict town, and then reach Valeska, sort of, and make chain back to Hunt, and then to Sirmurish. It can be really difficult if the town will be a lot... Yes, if the town will be farther than I'm expecting, or even hoping, rather. So, you know, my chain won't be that easy if town is farther, but it's okay. Okay, so looking for options, looking if I should spend my gold in Town Hall, looking what I need to buy, looking how much gold I need to have in next turn, looking how my chain looks like because I have cavaliers next turn. So I can reach here, I can go that far with Khalid. Thinking all the time to make this dwelling on 117. Yes, because of tactics. Tactics lets me. It's not about fighting earth elementals with tactics, it's about fighting angels with tactics. So even if they will get morale, I will have my formation and they won't attack my marksmen. Because all my damage comes with marksmen. If they will be blocked or killed, I can't do dwelling then. And it must be Tyraxor. I have here two windmills. It's where probably Hunt will go for some more resources. On this template, it's very important to get as many as possible of resources. This will be day 6 and day 7 for me because it's how it's working. It shows like it's day 6 because Rito is now playing his day 6, his first. So we have 2 more turns to make all of that happen. So we want to have Conflux Town, we want to have Dwelling for Rangers, we want to have Dwelling for Archers, and potentially we want to do something with Sir Mulich on the Underground. So there are a lot of options. It's not like I need to do all of them. Some of them are a secondary quests, some of them are more priority. And it depends what I will find in my map in this day, basically. It determines if I will go after Angel Dwelling. Because if the town will be very close, I could afford Pullman's TP probably, and then I could reach from Castle Town with Tyraxor Badly 117. But it's only 2 more turns, and Tyraxor is slower with Pikemans. He's having Pikemen now, the slowest unit, and this is the end of day 5 and day 6 now. Okay, so Rito must have some kind of sword for attack skill. I saw it before. Also, I can see how much gold we have and how much gold Rito has. And I'm thinking the most important is gold. The resources are okay, but you can't really rely on this information, it doesn't give you much. And there I can see one more Griffin Conservatory. Protected by lots of mummies, and there's also spell scroll. So you should really think like it's 50 of them. Of course, 49, but it is, let's just say 50. Worst case scenario, because the spell scroll can be a value spell scroll, high level spell, and then it's 50. Thinking now with my attack strength amount of archers, if I'm able to kill 50 mummies, they have no morale, speed 5, but I'm also speed 5 only. The quickest unit I can use, I could potentially use some 1 stacks of marksmen to bait them, but even though I can kill around 5 mummies per turn, and if this is 50 mummies, I need 10 turns without much slow and they are speed 5. So it's about minimizing risk. Of course, it will slow our advantage down because I will go off-road. But if you can decide to deny your, I don't know, advantage, or just, I don't know, deny your gameplay, or die, so I think you should always go for the less risky place. I'm scouting with Sir Mulich because there's no way he will get army in this turn, and I can see +3 attack skill sword, so I will go probably that way later. I see also +1 speed, and I see there's a prison, so this is pretty good setting. And the prisoner could give me meat, which I could use later on Hive, so this is a pretty good looking place here. I'm interested in going there. Heights are here on this template are really nicely protected, so you shouldn't overestimate. It's lots only, but it's around 50, maybe 40 something. Okay, so finally lost some movement points because he entered the underground and then he just moved back. But you never know, and one day before, I think it was the best he could have done. Now plans changed because town is not that close, looks like, and we have block on road. Thinking now if Tyraxor should just go further, because we are going somewhere with our main hero without having this area scouted. It didn't help it hunt in terms of movement. You don't want to block the way for yeah. He will try to maximize his movement and badly end on Archer's dwelling on day 7. So then I can just rebuy them. On Shot of Death, you have to buy your creatures by the end of the week from the dwellings or they will be lost. Step by step, maybe there is some heart of blocks and I can't continue. I'm killing skeletons because I want to have access with my secondary heroes and go there and see how big the conservatory is. In almost every case you can see how big they are. Sometimes it's harder when it's a throng of griffins. It can be 2 angels, but it can be maxi. But I would say 60-70% of times you know what you are expecting. You know what to expect. So Tyraxor needs a lot of experience, and I think this will be the fight with Gnolls and later with also Hobgoblins. There is one more reason why fighting Gnolls, they are so protecting a pile of gold. And as you remember, all the time we have problems with money. So making this fight shouldn't be hard. Let me just check if this is working. Does it record? Yes. Okay. Marksman can go forward to shoot without penalty even faster. I'm doing the same tactic again, so they will for sure split. One will go up, one will go down. Of course it's kinda risky because if one of them will get morale I can lose like one of my pikemen. But that way I'm always sure where they will go and how they will position themselves. Okay, lots of goblins. Should be easy. They have no defense and no health, and it's not even a lot of them. I think I got morale. No, it's tactics. Oh, I have my big pikeman stuck here, so okay. So now positioning pikemen so they can reach him in 2 turns, but if I will move too far with pikemen, then they could just catch me even if I will go back with pikemen. So trying to save everyone later on, for example, hives, will really need everyone. Finally lost one because of morale, but tries to do the best. Now I can see the +1 duration, +2 duration, and there is +3 duration. These 3 artifacts can be combined into artifact. I don't remember how this is called, but it can increase the duration of spells by 50 rounds. So hero with 1 spell power can cast slow for 51 rounds. Pretty insane. Or blind. I mean, it can be used in final fight. For example, maybe not because you will maybe use implosion or you will just have enough duration and. But it will of course. I mean, the combinate artifact doesn't help that much. But just the fact that you have the duration increased by 3, 5, 6, 7 rounds, it's just enough. And if this is 50 more, it's okay, but you won't use this probably. So now thinking how, yeah. I made cavaliers and Khalid prepared to end on the archer's dwelling on day 7. So I'm in zone number 16, this is the conflict zone. I'm looking where is zone number 20, the treasure zone, and I know where is 14, and from 14, one is teleported to zone number 13, and the second guard is the golems, diamond golems we were fighting. So once we will enter the zone after teleporter, we don't know where we are. Same story once we are going for the +1 speed artifact or for the sword of undead something. Black Knight? I don't remember the names. Alright, so now we of course ended our turn, our timer stopped, and I mean this is the part of playing, also preparing and thinking what I'm going to do next. So thinking if Timulish can get some experience from air elementals and ogres, but it's rather risky. So probably not. There is some gold. Looking for money because I want to have a citadel and I have 1600 gold and I won't get more. It's this at this point the incomes are calculated in. So this guy who is called Gundula will pick up some gold for me. I have, yes, 2000. In stables we can upgrade them to cavaliers, no, to champions for free. We don't need building, which of course is one turn of building, and cost gold, cost wood, and the upgrade as, upgrading units also costs gold. So we can do it for free if we visit stables with our cavaliers. They will be immediately upgraded into champions. Okay, I want more windmill, but too far and protected by shooters. Doesn't matter to be honest. Probably this is the best setting because we have tactics. But this one I like more because it is a lot more simpler. Or no, just simpler, and we'll use that one. So there's the same story. Want to lure them down here, but want to be able with pikemen to run away. But this guy is very quick, so he'll probably reach anything he wants, unless he's stupid and he will go forward without waiting. Then I can shoot him to death, and I think I will send swordsman because Pixie can just die attacking him and he can survive. Okay, so no loses fight. We have pixies, which are speed 7, and we can give pixies to our scout heroes to make them quicker on the map, because for now we have imp speed 5, so we can kinda increase the amount of movement points. So we want to pick up as many things as possible and end on the archer's dwelling. Step by step, don't want to do mistake. We have 600 movement. I can pick up crystal and then go 1, 2, 3. It's enough. Being extra careful. Yeah, and now I can do even some more scouting. Always, it's important. I mean, I should have done this quicker, but it's important to do things like that and scout. Now I can see lots of monks, which will probably guard to the reach zone, and the pikeman block, yes, I need to buy them. And pikeman block is probably to AI. Don't remember which one. Maybe I will show the template, the picture. I will see. One of the AIs should be here. Vampire protecting access to the Rampart AI. Oh, I think the Necropolis AI. can be in the underground, so it makes sense. Now making sure I maximize movement, picking some wood and end my day on Archer's dwelling. I have a bit more movement, I can maybe scout something, because anyway this movement will be waste. I want just to wait here and I will lose my movement points just to make it easier to see how far Khalid can be going in next turn. In Horn of the Abyss it's a lot easier, I can go that way, but I have stables as a bonus. In town there are stables also, so I will have almost the same amount of movement as it shows. Yeah, I want Citadel, but I'm not sure because I have a lot of Cavaliers and next turn also, so I want to maybe buy them as soon as possible to be able to fight Conservatories maybe, if they are small, and of course fight the Portal of Glory. So this is Ifrit Sultan. Yeah, looking at these guards, so thinking what is my plan now. What is my goal? Thinking how can I move all my archers and upgrade them to marksmen, because only when upgraded they matters. Yeah, so entering the town in the end for pixies because they are nice and quick. They are very cheap also. But as you can see now I don't have enough for my citadel, but it's fine as I am able to pick up some more gold, trying to maximize movement. Yes, I see here a lot of gold also with Naga banks, but it's really hard because none of my heroes has access to earth magic. Without much slow depends what I have, but it's rather difficult. Nothing else here. Imp could give me money. I can deal with imps. Problem is that this is protected by more than 50 archers and they are on grass terrain. So I mean you want to avoid all of those fights if they won't give you a lot, making probably Tyranuxus quicker. Yeah, for sure it will be. Making mine quicker, one pixie. Now I have bad morale, of course not on Valeska with leadership, but on the other heroes if I want to use both pixies and gnolls. I see another archer, and I see a Dread Knight. Dread Knight is protecting +4 defense shield, and all the rest is nothing. But it's several of them, it can be 9. And they are tanky and very quick, can't fight them. Okay, so Ciri Mulic, as you can see, he didn't do much. He were fighting golems, diamond golems, then he did some scouting, then he returned, and he is out of chain. Not much we can be doing with him, unfortunately, and doesn't look like. Yes, I want to do Dwarf and Treasury because it will be gold which are missing. So I mean, I want to let. I want to start making things with Simulish. As Director can be really difficult to get Earth Magic. I want to try Simulish also. But for me it looks like now. Okay, it's yes, so the idea is just to badly end the day on Windmill and get the resource also on the next day. I see several angels and Pandora box can be very nice, but for them I think I need all the conservatories first and the mass slow. So it's rather for later, but it's good to have this information. Simulch is waiting because extra resources I think will be traded into gold later. I think at this point I will start making marketplaces, and in the castle town, in my starting town, I will also make marketplace. So now I did marketplace and I can exchange a bit. I realized I have only one marketplace, and I mean, why I have only one? I thought that I have a second one in this fortress town, but I didn't have it. I didn't have it. So now making one more marketplace to make my exchange ratio better. And because I have a lot of stone, I can trade some stone to have just enough gold to make a citadel. It's kinda greedy. I could just go without citadel and maybe make one more marketplace. But I feel that I have enough gold on my map. I just need some units and gold will come. For example, we have Farfen Treasury and we have the imps protecting, which are protecting 2 treasure chests. We have some mystical gardens and we can always use free marketplaces to trade our resources for gold. So this is now week 2, day 1. With time I'm okay. I'm pretty happy how I'm playing this. It's a lot faster for me. And without making commentary while playing, trust me, it's a lot easier to play faster. It's only 2 more minutes per turn. So it's like at this moment it's 10 minutes more. So normally I will have 3 minutes left on my timer. Of course, when I will know that we are playing with less time, I will probably make my things faster. Okay, so looking, there's Magic University, but it costs tons of gold. It's more for later, for end of week 2, maybe beginning of week 3. So I see the gold potential as I was saying. There are many things, I just need to go there and get my gold. And there day 1 begins. Okay. So we see that he's still having more heroes, but we have more towns and he doesn't have his second town. He used all of his gold. Okay, you can get 5 more gems. You can give me 800 gold. And because it's kinda far, I think I may need my gold right now, and I just can go with Gundula for the sulfur and trade sulfur for money. The idea is now to buy the archers from the dwellings where we have our heroes waiting, and also to buy cavaliers and go with the cavaliers to the stables to upgrade them. But it's freaking a lot of gold. Freaking a lot of money. Yeah, I want to buy them because if I won't do it, Khalid just wasted 1 turn. Okay. So now looking what will be happening. Valeska can just go and check. It's minimum, but with upgraded, so they will have priority. They will go first. But it's a good place to start. 1 angel from this conservatory, but now it's too early. If I will have something what's quicker than Griffin, Royal Griffin, and I have mass slow, I could be fighting this conservatory right now. The problem is of course only 1 damage dealer in my army. Is the marksman and he will be of course blocked by griffins, so can't fight. Now looking how far Tyraxor can go, because as you remember we need to use Tyraxor to fight the angel dwelling. Now, because I still see lots, I think now I'm a lot more confident to fight mummies. Of course, now it's a bit more of them, 10 more percent. So if there was, let's say, 30, it's 33. But now I have pixies. And pixies means that we have a very nice speed 8, and we can easily kite mummies. Even if this is 50 now, I'm okay fighting this. Of course, there will be some kind of decision process if I'm able or not. But finally I will decide that I'm able to fight them. Of course only one stacks. And yes, fighting because it will give me experience. Give me spell scroll. I don't need spell scroll, but I can be blind, and then it's useful. And of course, I want to see how big the conservatory is. So it's only 25, 6, 7, only 27. So it was probably 25, 24. Now making sure they will get outplayed again. So these two stacks should come closer, and the others should move away. Every turn I can kill one of this stack. I have enough damage to like kill 6 of them. So instead of that, one more of them moved down. Not trying to change me, but it's okay as I can just do anything I want with them. Okay, just don't want to shoot with penalty, and of course I won't be. 3 more stacks. Of course don't want to lose any PT, there is no point. Shooting when I can, because now they will go away probably, and then I won't be able to shoot. 2 rounds with this pixie so she can run away. I don't know if I should be doing commentary on this kind of fights, but maybe just to not get bored, I will be saying anything. So easy fight, and I got air magic. Artillery I don't even have ballista, and air magic is fine, maybe there will be final fight, but of course we want earth. So now what I'm thinking is to make maybe Sirmulich main hero. And I can see this is Frankenflots. So this is 3 or 4 angels inside. So if I will have my 2 angels from dwelling and this 1 conservatory, then I think with Maslow I'm able to fight Maxi. Of course also with many marksmans. Looking how far can I go. Centaurs are also nice. I don't want to kill them because they will let me, after making these conservatories, quickly retreat and go somewhere else. I can reach these elementals, and that way I can make chain to Gundula, and she can go and fight these imps for treasure chests. Of course I need money, that's why fighting. So now this guy, because we need gold, he will be going that way because there is some gold. And also Dragonfly Hive protected by experience. This is what I can say. I'm looking how far Tyraxor can move. I could be fighting with also Walking Deads to get some experience, and I see this is unguarded, so I assume that this is the same place where is the pikeman. So I guess it's the green AI, and like he fighted one of the guards, but he maybe picked up something and ran away. Yes, Necropolis can be underground, so I'm really scared. I have 18 shooters, I don't want to lose them, and AI might be there. I think I can say at this point that there is probably nothing to worry. It's just the connection with 0k guard to the different zone. I think I have every spell I need, so I don't want to pick this up. I want to be extra careful. So it's just a connection to another 20 something zone, and this is always not protected, and this is just this place. Okay, so I moved with almost every hero, and I don't have a lot of gold. So I can't buy all of my cavaliers and can't go with them to the stables and upgrade them into champions. It's kinda stupid to just like move 2 or 3 cavaliers, but don't upgrade the others. I think it's better to have 5 not upgraded than 3 upgraded and 2 unupgraded. Okay, so as I said, Simulish must come here because army won't go to him. And that way, of course, we can fight even with him, the elementals. I'm looking if a chain with Khalid is a thing, and if we even need this. Probably we don't need it because we can go with Khalid and upgrade cavaliers. And fight also the skeletons for 1 more treasure chest. I'm probably not interested in making chains. I can buy only 2 of them. And there I can upgrade them for free. I think Sirmolish won't be a part of chain because we don't even need the reinforcements at this moment. We can have our army split it. Cavern will give me some information and of course later access to buy heroes there. I think I will what I will do uh, yes or not? Yes, with 2 cavaliers I'm going that way. And the idea now is to buy a new hero next day in the castle and then give the additional cavaliers to Khalid. Because next day I'll be fighting and getting the treasure chest from familiars. So I should have a lot of gold. Maybe I will show that now. And I have also money here. I should have enough gold next turn to buy a new hero who also comes with some more shooters. And also buy all the remaining cavaliers. Now thinking where Tyraxor can go. Making sure my chain will be nice. Because this archers should go away from scout. Should be with army. So getting 1000 gold. And I think at this point I realized that might be a bit later. I realized that we can also connect to Gundula by fighting Obsidian Gorgolites, which are protecting spell scroll. So now we can see some more informations, but it's not only about information. It's for informations, but not only. Okay, so we have not much wood, but not a problem as we don't need it for anything. Replaying tool and green AI is doing something. Hopefully, oh, I think it's just bugged and Rito's playing, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, that was just a weird bug. Okay, so we can see how this will be done. So as you can see, it's a different game. If we'll say, if we'll compare this to Jibus Cross, there you need to think about your chains more. Of course, Jibus Cross also, this is yes, on Jibus Cross you have also made chains. It's really effective, but here you need to even calculate small things like making the treasure chest for gold, then making heroes moving here and that continuing, but and Shadow of Death also makes this a bit harder, I would say. You have less units, but guards and all the rest are the same. Of course, I hate some of the weird bugs here, as we can move 2 Hexes units 1 step forward, or all the underground is always subterranean terrain. I mean, it sucks for Inferno, for example. Always dungeon units have advantage. So looking for options, looking what will be what will be making, what will be done here. It's not that bad situation I'm here. I'm replaying that because I'm all the time thinking that this entrance is to the AI and that he can come from here. I see now that one more time a red player who is Rito, he has a lot of gold. Okay. Thinking if I should fight centaurs for this artifact, but first reason I can retreat here later. I don't need +1 spell power, and my chain with Tyranuxus then won't work, and it will not work, then we'll not have gold from treasure chest, and will not have a new hero, will not have additional cavaliers. I mean, if AI comes and kills one of your heroes which are in chain in this situation, then it's a lot more harder. Yeah, I'm thinking if I want to fight skeletons for XP. I'm revoking that. Thinking, if I want to go after Hive. But probably I don't want because in Hive I can't use my marksmen, and without marksmen I have no army. I need angels first to then fight Hives. So this is how I will do it. Tyraxor wants to go that direction. Prepare to make angel dwelling. It can't be done on day 2 and can be done on day 3. I will just be prepared with a lot of movement on day 4, waiting close to how they are called, earth elementals. So now I could just make chain using Tyraxor, and that way I could pick up resources with fund, and doesn't look for me like I will be going that way anytime soon. So I want them here, and I don't want to return. I want to pick up everything what's here. Because at this point I'm thinking about all of the resources as gold. So 400 gold. Thinking if I want one more defense. And it will also make a pretty good chain then. Yes, we need to give army now. So it's... No, not the marksman. Okay, one pixie. I think at this point imp should die. How far can I go? That far. So anyway, I had a bit more movement just to prepare close to earth elementals. So it was okay for me to use some of this movement point to make this chain better. It's not always one main hero being as important. He can also be a part of chain sometimes, or he can do other things. So now I'm thinking Gorgolites that are quick, but I have still Mulish with nice leadership and with some meat potentially. It can be 50, but I think I'm not scared at this point. It's some kind of risk I have to take, or I just want to. Okay. So slowing him down. I'm thinking if he can reach. He can't. But I think anyway I will make my formation. I can still make it. Okay, so I'm prepared. My shooters won't die, but pixies can. Depends how this will be played out. I will even got morale. I may at this point try to move Swordsman and let him attack Swordsman and maybe just kill himself at Swordsman. There is no way he can kill Swordsman, but I think there is also no way Swordsman will retaliate enough hard to kill him. Of course I can move Swordsman and then I have also Pixies which are waiting. I can make my formation and they can't reach marksman. I mean they could have gotten the morale. And that way we saved one Pixie because Swordsman killed some of them. And look at this. Luck or navigation? I mean, having this choice is luck. So do we need more luck? Yeah, kind of shame. In Horn of the Abyss, maybe there will be no navigation, maybe, I don't know, earth magic, logistics, offense, armor, tactics. But we have this, I mean, this is making game harder because you are getting shit more times. So we lost all our pixies except of those which are on Simulish, Valeska and Tyraxor. But it's okay. It's okay. Better this than nothing. Of course, they also helped in fights. I mean, pixies. So it was worth. Fighting familiars, losers, nice. Getting gold, it's a small one, and then going for the. And this is a big one. This is actually good because 3000 gold is just a medium amount. It's just medium. Average. But it can be artifact. So I'm really happy there was this amount of gold. So I don't need to train my army, that way I can just move Gundula to get one more mystical garden. And moving my heroes here because Simulich will be going for to the underground and making fights for the sword, for some speed, while Tyraxor will be making the angel dwelling. So as I said, making Adela. Now we have 3 marketplaces, so it's okay to trade some resources which we don't need that much, and buy all the rest of cavaliers. Okay, so now we'll give all the rest of cavaliers to Mr. Khalid. Also Khalid will use his movement, and he can go and upgrade them for free to champions. So at this point we have all our champions, or rather all our cavaliers upgraded into champions. So this is a pretty good information. Now going there because we need this gold, splitting them to make it easier. Then they can tank 200 damage instead of 100 because both of them can tank some. Trying to maximize the bonus from their ability, their ousting bonus or whatever it's called, and there's no danger really. Yeah, I managed to lose one champion, don't know how. Scouting I think is better because there is nothing what I want to have and I got the Cave of Conjuring. That's pretty important. I have now a really long duration of my spells, but not really making damage with them, and I don't need to go after those imps for this, and it was kinda off-road. I don't know how to go there, and it looks like it's kinda blocked and you have to go around. So it's okay. Oh, I'm looking where is the +1 duration, and maybe I can create this right now, but I just didn't forget. It's here on the conflux area. So with that one I can create artifact which will increase the duration of my spells to 50 rounds. Crazy. So I could now chain Khalid's army back to Adela. But as you can see, we are not fighting anything with Tyraxor next day, so we don't even need this army now. And instead of it, we can go here, grab equestrian gloves and kill imps. So that will let us go down here for some additional resources potentially. And of course, equestrian gloves are nice to have. So that's the idea of going here. We have champions, we can clear this. As you can see, one more pile of gold. That's really good to go there. I'm making sure, oh, now it's the time where I'm calculating movement. Because I don't know where Adela should be waiting, because I want to move Kali, kill imps, kill sprites, pick up equestrians and go back. And I don't know how far he can go, but he should end where is Adela. So we want to position this perfectly. Of course, Khalid also wants to visit the mystical gardens. And now I calculated, of course, you can't hear me calculating, but this is the place where this is optimum. Okay, so after calculation, I mean, it's not that much of calculation as you can see in this game, but sometimes there's really a lot more. And also this type of road, which is medium, makes this a bit harder. I think this might be the last day. Saving just in case, yes. And this is 115. 115, so this was the beginning. At this point I can say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what do you think about the post-game commentary. For sure there is a lot more action because I'm playing faster when I'm not commentating during the playing. So let me know what do you think about that. Maybe the live commentary is better because like you can end. There are some disadvantages and advantages of this. Maybe quality is slower of the video. Let me know any kind of suggestions because yeah, this is because I want to know what you think about that. Okay, so thanks for watching and bye. Have a nice day.